thank you for the weather, because in Israel right now it's 35 degrees centigrade and 80% humidity, so you know why we want to get out. So I started my career in sustainability consulting, primarily for large corporations, and then moved on into entrepreneurship in clean tech and in food tech. An occasional investment in that area. And actually, EcoOS is a company I founded with a couple other co-founders and 2 other angel investors. And it brings me back full circle to disrupt the way sustainability is integrated within large corporations. So let's first get started by asking the question of what's wrong in corporate sustainability. We all know that the majority of companies, manufacturers, logistics companies, are heavily involved and invested in regulatory compliance. Then there's a growing number that's getting more and more involved in proactive types of activities, sustainability reporting, efficiency, and we've heard about that all day throughout. But there's really only a handful that are truly disrupting the markets that they're in and making sure that they're putting together transformative business models and transformative products. And asking ourselves why we're not boosting that is something that's very important. So the first question is, what's wrong with the market? And what's wrong with the market is that as you move up that evolutionary pathway, it becomes very expensive to bring in the expertise. It becomes expensive to manage the data and to actually create the types of insights that you would need for a transformative market solution. So what we do at EcoOS is make sure that we can bridge that valley of death that most sustainability programs go through, and make sure that we create much more value out of the type of data and information that corporations already have in the regulatory phase, and bring it into a much more dynamic and more impactful sustainability program. Now, the market isn't that small, and it's actually growing quite extensively. This is a market that we expect to see well over $1 billion of activity worldwide. And of course, the current solutions aren't really providing that type of boosting. And I want to remind you all that the majority of corporate sustainability programs are still operating using Excel spreadsheet files. So there's obviously room for a little bit of innovation there. And that's what we do. We actually help corporations capture their data in a much more efficient and state-of-the-art way. It's a cloud-based solution. But what we also do, once we've eased the burden of data collection and regulatory reporting and even the sustainability reporting, what we do is then we juxtapose that against external data, whether it's location-based data, it can be competitive market-based data, and a whole bunch of other types of data software, in order to capture the data at a high resolution on one end, but at the other end, to start creating the type of market solutions that we might need. So competitive benchmarking, of course, is important. Risk management is important. And over time, and this is something that we're just beginning to deploy now and get the first use cases, turn it into a marketplace for the types of material and energy flows and circular economy type of solutions that we actually need on the market. So what does it look like? I'm not going to spend too much time, of course, on data capture. I'm not going to spend too much time on the way we aggregate the data. This is stuff that's being done in quite a standard way. I'd like to show you, though, what benchmarking might look like. This is the chemical industry, and you could bring in the information for your company or even for a specific site and actually make decisions based on where you are compared to market-based trends. We can also look at the types of stresses that come in as a result of location-based environmental indicators. This is something that we've been doing now and has been extremely useful in order to figure out, where to put your investments as a corporate and make this information relevant to decision makers at the highest corporate level. Finally, and this is what we're exploring at the moment, we're bringing in the marketplace as a concept. We want to make sure that it's much more efficient to find the type of circular economy solutions that are necessary to move ahead. Got a great team, span everything from sustainability all the way through the IT technology in order to bring in the capabilities. One of the reasons I'm here in Amsterdam is as we look ahead, again, it's hot in Israel, but it's also a very small market. We're looking at Europe. The majority of our current clients are coming in from Europe, so we're looking to build our business out from here. And we're ready to go now, and probably going to be raising towards the end of the year, $2 million, and be happy to talk to you.